I think that countdown messed up, didn't it? I don't know if you were here from the beginning. Oh, what the hell? There we go. And well, that was a weird start. I had a YouTube live, so that's why there was a double countdown there. Oh dear God! I hope that nobody watches the beginning of this back. I really don't. But anyway, it's SmackDown. I'm with you. I'm very tired. It's 1 a.m. I'm raring to go. So we won't mess this one up. Let's have an intro from somebody we all miss.
This is Big E from the new day. Give me that whole yeah. Give it to me. I need it.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. I clicked on the countdown as I normally do. I went live, and then for some reason it kind of stuttered. And I think you saw my face for a second or two before the countdown. Then it did kind of two countdowns. I don't know. Anyway, and then I made a real rookie mistake, and I still had another YouTube on in the background, which is funny. But anyway, oh, Sassy saw it. Well, see, I think we're at the stage, aren't we, though, Sassy, where imperfections in these things are endearing. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a long relationship with someone and you start finding their imperfections kind of cute. Hopefully, I've reached that point with you guys, so you can forgive my schoolboy error. So yeah. Anyway, before we get going, actually, Sassy, I want to say we heard about your good news the other night after I believe it was Ant's stream. I could be wrong. And yeah, that was really, really good to hear. So from me and Jess, we're very relieved to hear that, and I like the Roman Reigns reference you used when you revealed it as well. And thank you very much. Apparently I am endearing. There we are. So right, yeah. So it looks like we're a bit of a weird SmackDown tonight, isn't it? Because SummerSlam's over. The fallout from SummerSlam is over. We've got a few. WWE spinning the wheels a bit before Payback. I think Payback's the next premium live event or pay-per-view or whatever the hell you want to call it. So but Payback is it's a B pay-per-view, isn't it? It's not quite like SummerSlam. Oh, Grayson Waller is here, which is awesome. He's always an entertaining guy. So, but yeah, this is all about Edge, isn't it? This episode, like we have got some bloodline shenanigans happening tonight, which is great because let's be honest, it's the bloodline keeping the ratings of WWE high. It's the bloodline everyone wants to see. But tonight we've got an interesting match with Edge versus Sheamus, and WWE and Edge are kind of pushing it like it's some kind of retirement angle. And people are talking about, is he going to go to AEW? Yeah, maybe he is, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all by any of this. I think it's one big work, and I can't. This friendly that Sheamus and Edge are having, I can't see it remaining that friendly because this is wrestling, and nothing stays friendly for long, you know. And Cam the fan is in. Hello, mate. Welcome. I nearly did an Ant then. I went, welcome, brother, which is what Ant says. But anyway, welcome, Cam. Yo yourself. Who else have we got in? Say hello. Tonight is the night. What's tonight the night for, Cam? Do tell us. Grayson Waller. Lose the palm trees, dude. And Sassy's saying she thinks Edge is going to stay in WWE. See, I'm of that view as well, Sassy. I think this is all a big worky work. I don't know where they're going with it, but I'll bite. We'll see. And Daniel's in as well with his nice new picture. Hello, Daniel. Looking good, mate. Yeah, we've got a weird week ahead of us here in the UK for being wrestling fans. So might be time to reveal. So you probably already assumed me and some of the guys were going to All In. So as it turns out, Dom and I have been given press passes, so we'll be going, which is nice, which is awesome, which we, just like we did at Money in the Bank. We're also bringing Dan Hargreaves with us as well, which is awesome. So we're kind of we've got me and Dom representing WrestleSphere. We don't know what's happening with interviews and stuff yet. I'm sure we'll hopefully we'll find out. But Dan will be mostly representing Gimme Your Hull. Yeah, like Dan helps us out with WrestleSphere stuff as well, quite a lot. But what's nice is, while we're in the show, we'll be able to represent Gimme a Whole Yeah through Dan, and while Dom and I do our WrestleSphere duties. So, yeah, pretty cool. We're going. The three of us have booked an Airbnb. We're very much looking forward to that. We'll probably fight over the beds. Someone's going to get me on the sofa bed, but we'll, like the Joker in The Dark Knight, we're going to have tryouts. No, we're not. It'll probably be me on the sofa bed because I don't care. I just don't mind. Daniel saying SmackDown was mad when Jay kicked Jimmy. I know it was a bit of a weird episode. So I'm feeling a little bit better about the Bloodline story. I know I've been quite down on it since SummerSlam, but I sort of get Jimmy's reasoning. Sort of. There's obviously Jay's only kayfabe left WWE. He's still very much there. They can put him on the alumni section all they want. He still works there. But yeah. With the Bloodline stuff, I'm feeling a little bit better about it because I think I like that Jimmy's not just gone crawling back to Roman. I like how Jimmy is still very much against Roman, and his reasoning to do that to Jay was to prevent Jay from becoming like Roman. So now we can have an Uso on Uso feud for a bit before they inevitably find their way back to each other, which I'm fine with. It was always going to happen at some point, wasn't it? And there is some nice drama in it. So, but I like that Jimmy's not just gone straight back to Roman Reigns, because that just would have been a real insult to fan investment, I think, at least. So Cam is saying Edge's last match in WWE is the thing, Cam. Sassy and I are not convinced. We'll soon see. Great news if that's about us going to All In. Yeah, we're really excited, actually. I've got to book my train tomorrow when I'm out of bed. I have a nice lie-in on a Saturday because I'm here till 3 a.m. But yeah, I'm going to get that sorted. Then back to London again. I'm never away from that place at the moment. Please, Mox, anything. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing Mox. I've never seen Mox in person, so that's going to be cool. Daniel says Edge's last match in Toronto, but not in WWE. I don't know. I'm not convinced it's his last match anywhere. We'll soon see. Gold Prince Ali is in. I had a glow up. You did. You've gone gold. Do you go platinum next? I've seen so many edits of Jey Uso and AEW on TikTok. Yeah, I know. They're doing the rounds, but don't ever believe anything you read on social media or in the dirt sheets. It's a really, really, really good way to live life. That's what I'm finding. And I know there's a situation going on with a certain tag team in AEW that we discovered today. We're not going to talk about that tonight because at some point that could have active proceedings, and we don't want to talk about that on a podcast while that's happening. So we want to just be careful about that one and just let's see what happens. Sassy, I agree with you. Ray does not need that title. I didn't like that last week. Not really. I love Rey Mysterio. No disrespect to Ray, but and Waller's obviously now stoking a little bit of anger between these two, and it wouldn't surprise me if Santos Escobar to be good. Oh, Santos turned heel. Right, 1:10. Not even 1:10 on the first yawn came in. God damn. Jay will come back and cost Roman at Mania. I think he'll be back a lot sooner than that. I think Jimmy now might have some kind of involvement against Roman, some kind of fight against Roman, and Jay will come back as a big shock in a few weeks, I reckon. Maybe after the next pay-per-view, or maybe earlier than that. Jay is still very much with WWE. This is all an angle, a backstage angle. He's probably there tonight, but it's nice to let the story breathe by having him go away for a while. And let's be honest, if you were Jey Uso at this point, you would say F it. Wouldn't you? You would be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going home. I've had enough of this crap. I've had enough of this drama. You would. Anyone would. After you've super kicked everybody's face off. Gold Prince Ali saying the Jey Uso and AEW mean is actually quite funny. Funny as Hull. I see what you did there. Observing stuff. Hello, mate. Nice to see you again. Ray needs a last title run, but it'll never be a WWE main championship. Yeah, maybe. like we do know, don't we, that Ray is retiring eventually. Like that Hall of Fame thing was for a reason. But I was at that Hall of Fame. It was it went on a while. We weren't falling asleep because we were bored. We were falling asleep because we were all jet lagged to absolute hell. And my God, we were tired. And then we went to Denny's and couldn't get a proper coffee. Oh, disaster. No, it was a good night. Some wrestlers are above a title. Yeah, that's a fair point. Like, let's be honest. He's Rey Mysterio, isn't it? Like, title or no title, he will always be just Rey Mysterio now. No one can ever take the shine away from Rey Mysterio because he's Rey Mysterio. I think Santos is going to turn on Rey. I do too, mate. I think that's inevitable. Although it's a weird one because Santos, I actually think, is a way better heel than he is a baby face. But when we met him at Money in the Bank at the press event, he was like the nicest guy I've ever met. So if he turns heel now, I'll kind of really struggle with that, Jay versus Gimme at Mania. See, I think they'll do it a lot sooner than that, and I think they'll be back in each other's good graces by Mania. Because I think they'll be kind of allied. I think at that point, the whole point will be trying to bring back Solo. Bring Solo out of Roman Reigns' orbit. Misfit's here. Hi, Misfit. He's saying there's a wrestler's birthday today, so happy birthday to Stardom's Starlight Kid, who turned 22 today. Wow, that is young to be kicking so much ass. Well done, Starlight Kid. My God, I remember when I was 22. I know I still look it. Yeah, it's sad because everyone knows there can never be another Rey Mysterio, so we can appreciate him as long as possible. He won't be around in 2 or 3 years, and it may end in 1 year. It's a good point. We've got lots of awesome luchadors out there. Rey Mysterio will probably forever be, at least in Western culture. When I say Western culture, I mean like the Anglosphere, UK, America, Canada, Australia. He's probably the biggest luchador we'll ever know, and that's probably because of him and WWE too. Obviously, in Mexico, luchadors are a much bigger deal, I suppose. You cheeky basket. But anyway, so Observing Stuff says he won't be here wrestling. I didn't make it. Like, yo, you're gonna die. Don't worry, we all knew what you meant. He ain't going nowhere, is Ray. True Observing. Before Ray retires, I think Dom goes back to Ray, in my opinion, and JD will replace him. So I think Dom has to be the one to retire Ray, and then has to realize the gravitas of doing that once he's done it, but might end up inheriting the mantle. I'll just quickly respond to Joseph. Hi, Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We don't have the rights to WWE itself. This is a watch party, essentially. But obviously, you can, wherever you are, I'm happy to tell you how to watch it. FS1, Fox, Peacock, TNT Sport. It's loads of places you can watch it. And I'll just see what's going on here. Sassy agrees with Daniel. Yeah, like I think a do-over between Ray and Dom at Mania where Dom wins and retires his dad would be pretty cool. But I think Dom would need to start slowly turning face for that to happen. So I did some digging and found out why Kairi Sane decided to return to WWE. Educate us, Misfit. Thank you, Adam. Yeah. Here we go. I'm not reading all that out, Misfit. I'll let the guys. I'll leave that there for a minute and let everybody else read that because I saw it earlier. LA Knight is out, being awesome, and Huang is in. I hope you all read it. Hi, Huang. LA Knight is coming out. Yeah. Norma, how you doing, mate? From Sassy. Joe Johnson says hi. Hi, Joe Johnson. Thanks for being with us, mate. You're watching SmackDown, and feel free to hang out with us because the whole purpose of this is to be a community, really, and hang out together. It's good fun. And I've got some beers I'm going to drink in a minute. Yes. I've been waiting to do it all day. All good, says Norma. It was noted that if she doesn't make the move now, she might regret not doing it later in life. Yeah, well, I think it's an interesting one, isn't it? That because there's a lot of guys who are in other promotions who, and I think every wrestler owes it to themselves to have a crack at WWE to see if it's right for them, because it is right for a lot of people and it's not right for others as well. I also think every big star owes it to themselves to see what if AEW works for them as well. But obviously, we've got AEW lifers and we've got WWE lifers, haven't we? And we know who those people are. But never, ever say never in this industry. If you could add anyone to any faction, who would you add? I'll tell you what I'd do, Daniel. I'd probably get Omos, MVP, and Shelton and Cedric, and I'd stick them in this new version of the Hurt Business we seem to have with the Street Profits and Lashley, and just make them, and maybe add Bianca to it, and just have this ultimate super stable Hurt Business. That's what I'd do. Because I'd love to see the Hurt Business back. And I'd also love to see whatever they're planning on doing with Bray Wyatt at some point in the future. If they have some kind of Wyatt 6 faction, whatever that may look like, I'd like to see them do something with that eventually. Huang is saying, I'm watching WWE Friday Night SmackDown right now. Give me a hull. Yeah, good. Would like to hear it. That's the whole point of the stream. Sassy is saying, great interview on WrestleSphere on Moose, one of my favorites. Oh, thank you very much. So if you don't know, guys, I interviewed Impact Wrestling's Moose, former Impact champion, the other day. So thank you to Moose, and thank you, Moose, for retweeting me as well and saying it was a good read. Thank you very much. But yeah, he was really, really cool. I made him laugh a couple of times. So yes, made Moose laugh. But he was talking about the UK tour, which is coming up in October. And fun fact, I'll be going representing WrestleSphere to Impact's UK tour. And my wife, Jess, will be my glamorous assistant. So she'll be doing my camera work while I interview the wrestlers. So that's going to be pretty fun. Don't know how it's going to work yet, because we don't know quite when all the press events and stuff are happening. But Dom and Andy are busy doing other things. At least we think so. So I'll probably be flying solo. But I've promised Jess that I'll take her for a spa weekend while we're there. So she's getting something out of it as well. So she's going to get massages and spa treatments and stuff while I'm working and probably editing and writing on the computer. So, but that's the life I chose. Everyone's saying hi to each other. That's all very nice to see. And Hassan is saying, can I get a vote, please? Do you know what, Hassan? Let me wait for the ads to finish. We'll see what match is on, because I've been so busy jumping on comments and chatting to you guys I've not seen. And while the commercials are on, I'm going to open the cause line. If I can pick up my bottle opener with my stubby fingers. There we go. Got it. There we go. Misfit is saying Bushy Road is also paying Mercedes more money to do less than Kyrie, but look at Kyrie wrestle more. Well, let's be honest, you're paid based on your star power sometimes, aren't you? And I know it's who thinks who is a bigger star is subjective. But yeah, I think if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling, Kyrie's the biggest star. But I think in terms of internationally and within the Western world audience, it's probably Sasha, isn't it? Or Mercedes, whatever the hell. I'd make a team as dominant as Judgment Day, and I'd have Bobby, Montez, Angelo, and Bianca as a team. Yeah, see, I just want the Hurt Business back. But with this new faction, although would that be too big of a faction? Speaking of factions, got the old Bullet Club on tonight. It's the original T-shirt. Well, not the original, but the classic T-shirt. Are you going to miss Edge in WWE Gimme a Hull yet? Well, Huang, I'm not actually convinced he's going anywhere yet. I think it's a work. I don't think it's true, but we'll see. So Hassan is saying, so what are you going to do on this weekend? So this weekend right now, watch this and then rest and then go to the gym, probably. But next weekend, I've got to go to London to watch All In. Yeah. So Very excited. I never thought in a million years when I watched the first All In, I'd be live in person at the second one in Wembley, which is I think it's the biggest arena in the UK. I could be wrong. Let's just sort that poll out. So this is his last match on his WWE contract, but that doesn't mean he's going anywhere. He might, but he also might be at work. He might have signed a new one for all we know. WWE aren't stupid. Let me just sort out the poll, guys. You're moving very quick. Do the banner. You can tell Ant's been here. It's all very AEW-y. So LA Knight, yeah. This is Austin Theory. See, I'm into this feud. Two great talkers. Let's put it on the ticker. There we go. Now, let's do a vote. That's the fiddly thing, doing the vote. I'll log Merc into YouTube on another account. What are you going to do? What do you think of this feud, folks? I know, Sassy, you're not a fan of Austin Theory. I think he's awesome, but that's just... There we go. Let's just do the vote. Not just for Hassan, but for everyone. So, who wins? Theory, LA, Knight. Yeah. I nearly typed yeah then. There we go. Let's get back to these comments because there's a lot of them. My God, I missed like 7. Right, where were we? Bianca should be in Hurt Business. See, yeah, I think giving Hurt Business a female member is a cracking idea. And it does make sense to be Bianca, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like it's always been a stable. I don't think they've ever had any Caucasian members or anything, have they? It's always been an African American stable, which is I don't know why that is, but it works. It doesn't it. Everybody looks cool, and there's not been any weak links. It's always been good. I love the idea of Omos being in it as well. I've always thought that'd be a good way of doing it, and it'd give him something more to do. Because he's floundering a little bit, him and MVP, without all the other guys. Like, I'm a massive Lashley fan, so I love, like, Lashley's the top guy in it. Don't blame Kyrie one bit. No, I mean, either, mate. It makes total sense. Kyrie saying he's not bad, though, anyways. Yeah. I'd keep the bloodline and have Naomi in it. Yeah, well, Naomi's kicking ass in Impact Wrestling right now. It's actually saying he's trying to get tickets for WrestleMania 40. Only 35 minutes from me. My advice, Sassy, is to wait a little while because me and Andy were talking about this today. Word is there are more coming, and they're staggering the releases. So the ones that are there right now are super, super expensive. They're only they've sold out a certain batch, and now they're just selling the expensive ones. But give it a few weeks or a few months, they'll start squirting out some more tickets. Hassan, London All In on AEW. Hell yeah. Just so you know, guys, Ant will be streaming it as far as I know. So me, Dan, and Dom will be there, so we won't be joining in, but he might have a special guest or something. Stan says, I met Mox twice. He was a nice guy and very funny. Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. The way they're promoting it sounds like he's retiring. I smell a work, Misfit. I smell a work. Daniel, so jealous. Yeah, Sassy would have started licking him. And don't say you wouldn't. You know I'm right. He might let you. I think he's into that sort of thing. I'm going to miss Edge very much, Misfit Wrestling Podcast. And I am reserving judgment because I don't think... he might be going, but I think something's going to go down in this Sheamus match. I got a side pick of it, Wiki. Don't tell Sassy that, Daniel. She'll want it off you. Who do you want to win? Give me a hole. Yeah, Huang says. I think LA Knight should probably get the win. But I think Austin Theory needs it more. I love Theory on the Indies. Don't like his booking WWE. In Indies, his valet. Yeah, I love that story where she's Gigi Dolan in NXT, but she was Priscilla Kelly on the Indies, particularly in Evolve and Full Impact Pro. And I loved it when he won the Evolve. I think it was the Evolve of the WWN Championship, and then went, "Get out of my ring, Priscilla." And then she allied with Darby Allin against him. That was wicked. I remember thinking back then when Matt Riddle, Darby Allin, and Austin Theory were all in Evolve together. I remember thinking these three are the future, and we were right. They are. Sassy, why are you jealous? Oh, Daniel, because Daniel, let's just say Sassy enjoys Moxley. Enjoys. I want to meet Mox. That's not all you want to do, is it, Sassy? You want to get sassy with Moxley. Daniel says, I'm so happy English football is back. See, I'm not a football guy, Daniel, really, not like Dan is. But I will be watching on Sunday. That is for damn sure. I need handicap seating. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I bet you can get it. And we've obviously we've got a lot of mates who've had that in the past. It's plenty of it, I believe. Norma saying that would be a great way for Bianca to make the heel turn. We have talked about her joining the Hurt Business. Did you see the Hurt Locker? Good film. But yeah, I think Bianca would be great in the Hurt Business. Not just because she's with Montez, but if she was to turn heel, they could lean into it, couldn't they? They could like lean into the whole evil power couple thing. That'd be pretty cool. They've done that before in WWE. It often works. You mean USA football is back, Daniel Wiley? No, he means English football. Juan. Daniel is an Englishman, like me. That's the movie, Hurt Business. Is that the one about the guy who's disposing bombs? Hawkeye disposing bombs, yeah. Really, stole a few Oscars from Avatar, didn't it, back in the day? I seem to recall. I love how the person who directed The Hurt Locker and the person who directed Avatar, James Cameron, and I do forget the name of his ex-wife, the other very famous Catherine something director. I love how they were a divorced couple. So like that Oscar season was like their divorce settlement all over again. Sam, if I meet him, I'm going to jail. I know he's going to need bloody security if he ever bumps into you. Shots fired. Daniel saying no, proper football, English football. Man's got a point. She's saying, do you like NFL football as well, Daniel Wiley? Because I've got mates who like English football and American football. If I was a big sports guy, I'd like both. But I'm not a big sports guy. Do you know what I hate about both football? It's fake or predetermined. Not like wrestling. Anyway, now there is a big name planned for a return and dark match after SmackDown. This turns out to be someone crap. I'd be really annoyed. You're going to go to jail with John Moxley, Sassy. Don't give her ideas, Wang. Don't give her ideas. Locking them in a cell together. Flipping heck. Poor Moxley. He's faced some tough opponents, but that's what he wouldn't recover from. And I can get behind that, Daniel. World Cup final. Come on, England. Come on, the Lionesses. I'm very excited for that. Commiserations to Team USA. Commiserations to Australia. You both did well. Team USA, I was rooting for England over USA, but I was certainly rooting for USA. And I feel like how a certain former president gave them his own team some abuse afterwards was disgusting. So Team USA, well done, we're with you, even if your former president isn't. We all thought you did great. To be fair, I think they're two very different sports, aren't they? They just happen to both be called football. But yeah, they're two very different sports. I've actually enjoyed American football in the past. I've watched a couple of Super Bowls. They are fun. If you've got a few drinks and you're with your mates who are more into it than you are, they are fun. Well, you won't be seeing the return on the show. I know. I'm just saying, when I learn. I'm not giving any ideas to Sassy. Oh, you are one. Her in a cell with Moxley. That's giving Sassy ideas. I promise you that. Daniel saying, I think the Lionesses are going to do what the men couldn't do and win the World Cup. I really hope so, Daniel. Not just because it'll teach all the naysayers a lesson, but I just think it'd just be awesome, wouldn't it? You know, after all of the years of people shouting, it's coming home, and stuff like that, for it to happen that way, that'd be just awesome. Oh, LA Knight and Miz botched that spot a little bit. Miz didn't quite go over the rope when he was meant to. AEW will be in Philly in October, Sassy. Oh. I'll tell you what else they're going to be, Norma. London next week, which means I've got to go to London again. See, I was happy to go to London, right? And always happy to come out again and go back to my nice, I grew up on a farm. I know how to carve. I'm not reading out the rest of that, but I know what you're saying, Sassy. And my money's on you in that scenario, not him. I can tell you if you want more. Yeah, don't leave us hanging. Captain Dirt Sheet over here. Tell us what you know. Wang saying, sorry, Sassy. No, don't apologise. She's loving it. Nobody will go with me because they're too afraid of what I will do. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it in the slightest. Brand. Hang on, banner. So I'm talking out loud. Ignore me. There we go. Oh, it's Cena. Hey, Cena. Yeah, Juan, we did. I think we've all heard about Hawaii. I think it's like obviously our hearts goes out to everybody where they are, but we'll try and keep this as a place where people can relax, and let's try and keep things light. But obviously it is what's going on there is awful, and we hope everybody's all right. You know what I mean? Sassy. If you and Mox were in a room together, he would not come out alive. I think he would come out alive, just a little bit bruised and a little bit. Wow. I wish I was close to your town, Sassy. We could go and raise 7 kinds of hell. Oh, that'd be hilarious. You can make it like a Buddy Rhodes movie. Get Michael involved as well. Kick ass. Miz and LA Knight. Yuck. Miz versus LA Knight. See, I'm game. I'd love it. I think it makes sense. No more where you at. I think she's just not a fan of both performers, Juan. That's all it is. They don't bleed enough. They want Ray to beat Theory again. They don't want him to beat LA Knight. Yeah, true. Oh, look, it's Natalya, the woman who wants to be part of WWE's first women's faction. Sarcasm. Close to Houston. Oh, right. That's cool. So if you're in Texas, Sassy, remind me, where are you? I don't know what happened in Hawaii, to be honest. It's the massive forest fires and wildfires, Daniel, that have absolutely devastated the place. It's very sad. It's very hard work, but we can't change it from here. But we can certainly wish them well. That's all we can do. It's Kevin Owens. He already works there. Has he been injured or something? I've not been paying attention. Oh, of course, you're in Pennsylvania, aren't you, Sassy? Love LA Knight, just needs a better opponent. You see, you're not a Miz fan or an Austin Theory fan, are you? Let's swig me drink. Take a breath. Oh, it's an all-in ad. Nice. Oh, yeah. But the other piece of news we're going to avoid today is the news coming out of AEW involving a certain member of a tag team. So we'll keep that secured, and we'll just let the processes of justice work, and see what happens, because there's no point speculating at all. Owens has been injured to broken ribs since SummerSlam. There we go. Oh, good, he's back. WWE is a better place with Kevin Owens. And thank God for the mute button. If Mox was single tomorrow, would you accept the application to be with him? I think, though, Sasa, you'd have to go through Renee. And the question is, how would you fare there? Use American Psycho or Fight Club as a reference for a wrestling character. See, it's been done a few times, that, hasn't it? I don't know who was it who did the American Psycho gimmick a while back. Was it Bray Wyatt's dad who kind of referenced that a little bit? The Fight Club gimmick was actually done by what's he called? Hammerstone, briefly on the Indies, and it just felt a bit awkward. He started doing like Tyler Durden shtick with the red leather jacket and his hair up, and it was just a bit. Come on, dude, you don't need to do that. Just your gimmick should be you are Hammerstone, this big bruiser. You don't need to do a flipping Fight Club gimmick. Although isn't Bray Wyatt doing somewhat of a Fight Club gimmick with the whole Uncle Howdy thing, if you think about it? Kevin Owens was like enjoying himself at the zoo in Detroit. Oh, was he? Oh, awesome. With his kids and his wife. Oh, wicked. No, Renee's put a lot of mileage on him. And I have an awesome guy. Ah, that's sweet. That's exactly what I mean, Daniel. Yeah. I just thought I had a feeling it'd eventually come up, so I'm just getting to it first so I can shoot it down. Gold, I love that idea. Bray Wyatt isn't doing anything right now. Yes, we wish him a speedy recovery, especially after the recent reports of that illness came out. But I kind of meant when we thought Uncle Howdy was him. Do you know what I mean? With the whole Tyler Durden. Oh, spoiler alert for Fight Club, by the way. With the whole like multiple personality disorder thing. Fight Club vibes slightly. Surprised KO doesn't get more injured considering his size and the type of moves he does. He's incredible. I think Kevin Owens is absolutely incredible. Every time I see him do stuff like that, the guy he's just awesome. Dexter Loomis did the American Psycho gimmick. So I'm not really talking about him just being a murderer or a psycho murderer. Like when I say American Psycho, I mean, have you seen the movie? The idea that he's like a stockbroker in the day, a high functioning businessman. And then at night he's chasing people down stairwells with chainsaws. That's what I mean by the American. I don't just mean he's a scary guy with an axe. I mean, it's the whole vibe of the whole, cocaine snorting, high-rise working office guy by day and then lunatic by night sort of thing. That when I say American Psycho, I mean the movie, and that character. And I think they kind of did that with Bray Wyatt's dad somewhat, just obviously a little bit more toned down. But I remember when I watched it, I remember thinking, this reminds me of American Psycho. That was a long-ass time ago. We'd love Theory to do a Bonnie and Clyde gimmick. It could work with Gigi Dolan. We know they can work well together. MJF fits better. So, you're talking about Psycho. So Psycho and American Psycho are two different things. Psycho is Alfred Hitchcock. Bleep, bleep, bleep. American Psycho is Christian Bale. That Christian Bale movie. Both very, very different films involving psychos. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Here's a fun question. Who do you think is Edge's best rival? For me, it's a toss-up between Cena and Taker. So for me, it's Cena. For me, it's defo Cena. I feel like Edge and Cena were like the anti each other. I think Cena and Orton were at points as well. But for me, Edge versus Cena is the one I always think about. But Edge versus Taker was cracking as well. I know, look at baby Edge. Sam, to who is 52 and isn't the same size as KO? He couldn't do it being. Come again. That's just what KO does. He's awesome. KO lets people slam the back of his head in front of steel steps. Yep, he's. To be fair, I thought KO has been awesome since he was Kevin Steen, which wasn't that long ago. But as I'm a big Ring of Honor guy, that's how I knew him first. IRS. He was a tax man. Yeah, I know, but it was the. Again, if you haven't seen American Psycho, you won't know what I mean. You have to have seen that film. IRS, at times, with how like crazy they were, with the whole tax man thing. Again, you've got to have seen the film to understand what I mean. If you're just thinking about a serial killer, that's not. You've got to have seen the movie to understand what I'm saying. IRS definitely had some inspiration from that film. 100%. I'd give more examples, but I won't bore everyone. I miss Edge and Christian together. Matches with the Hardys and the Dudley Boys were awesome. Yeah. For me, it goes Cena, Taker, Orton, and Angle. Edge versus Christian should be the last match. Problem is, they're in two different companies. Although, who knows what's going to happen? Altered Ego is in saying hi, Sam. Hello, Altered Ego. Thanks for joining us. See, I wonder what's going to happen with this Edge. Like, if nothing happens, if there's no, like, this is WWE. I think there might be some kind of drama, some kind of swerve. Or maybe not. Maybe they just wrestle, hug. That's that. Oh, here we go. The champ is here. With the two people who are inevitably going to betray her. Oh, and they're still very much healed. So the champ's not here. Everyone's gone French. Bonjour. Salut. Edge versus Taker if you kept my eyes glued to SmackDown in 2007. Yeah, me too. Have you seen the Goldberg versus Ryback thing going on? I'm not going to lie, Daniel. I have Ryback blocked, mate. Well, or muted. There's no. I can't do it. I'm a big Goldberg fan, though. To be fair, I do kind of like Goldberg. But what? No, you tell me what's going on. Because again, like I see Ryback's name and I just switch off, mate. I know. I'm getting old when I hear "Thank you, Edge" chants. Yeah, you are. I know the feeling though. If Edge doesn't take a bow or like a goodbye moment with the universe, then he ain't retiring. Is he going to Mark Henry us? He better not Mark Henry us. I can't take that again. SmackDown the early 2000s was the show. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was an exciting time, wasn't it? I remember being so excited by the invasion angle after WWE died. I think it was in 2002, actually, though, wasn't it? And, but what could have been, eh? As a kid, I didn't realise that wrestlers could age. See, I did, because I kind of came in from, don't get me wrong, the Attitude Era is where I became a proper fan, but I already had some knowledge of the territories and in England, we had World of Sport was a really big deal for a time, more so than WWF and WCW, at least in this country. So everybody kind of knew about wrestling from that. Like we all knew about WCW, WWF, and the big fans were probably following everything. But World of Sport, when you thought of wrestling back then, you thought of World of Sport. I'm talking about the early the 80s and the early 90s here, of course. Can I get a vote, please? Yeah. Let me just see who's on. I think I made Bayley chuckle on Twitter last night. So how nice we're going back and forth. WWE still have shown class. I said you forgot the champ. Oh, nice. To be fair, Bayley's quite cool. I met her at the Money in the Bank press event, and that was pretty cool. I remember going to the water cooler at one point, turning around, and she was like right there. And I was like, "Oh, hello." You're going to try not to mark out at those things. You're going to be, "Oh yeah, hi, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you." I feel old remembering when SmackDown was neck and neck. It's a better show compared to Raw, even though I'm 15 years old. You're 15 years old, Altered Ego, and you remember, like, nah, you won't remember the 2000s, will you? Because you weren't born. I'm 18 years old, and when Edge has to retire because his neck seems so long ago. Yeah, seems like yesterday for me. I heard Ryback was going to challenge Goldberg though too. Daniel Wiley. There's I did see something on Facebook or Twitter about that, but I don't believe it. I can't get my head around the idea that Ryback could be back in wrestling. He's too much of a loose cannon, and I think a promoter would be absolutely crazy to hire him and not very responsible. Sam would have been 23 in the early 90s as he looks 52, you cheeky basket. Right, so I am 36 this year. Just so you know, I'm 36 in November, so mark that in your diaries. But yeah, I'm 35 right now. And I still get ID'd. I'm not joking. It's funny. But oh well. I'm old enough to drink, though. Stick that in your pipe. Saying that you're 18, you're old enough to drink. Yeah, that's right. Got to be 18 to drink in the UK. None of this 21 silliness. Yeah. Bayley had a point, though. Why promote a SmackDown Live event and not have the champion? Yeah, agreed. I remember because I watch all the old wrestling all the time. I'm 15 years old. Oh, Altered Ego. So I need to be on my best behavior then. I forget we have, again, I know you're 15, mate. You're on the cusp of adulthood. But I forget we have people like, young people like yourself watching. Oh, God, did I just call someone a young person? Oh, my Lord. But, you know, it's amazing, really, because that's what makes me glad that we don't swear often and stuff like that. I know you're swearing at 15, who cares? But you know what I mean? Like, if we had guys younger than you, you know, I want this to be something that people like your parents could turn on or whatever, or watch this and not think like we were all an absolute bag of dicks. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use the role model word because it makes me want to vomit. This match is Damage Control versus Charlotte Bianca. Yeah, I'll do a poll. That's a hint. LA Knight got 80% on that last one. God damn. Start poll. Who wins? Not doing it their weird way. I'm just going to put Damage Control. Damage Control versus Bianca and Charlotte, did you say? Ah, there we go. And I shall just do a banner. See, this is one of them nights. I can barely keep up with the comments because there's a lot here. So, oh, no. Let's go. Comments. What we got? Sam saying hi to Wang. You were also polite. I even watched like 5 full macho matches back to back before. Check you out. So you are a proper fan, alter ego. That's what's ace about the WWE Network, though, isn't it? And Honor Club and things like, and Impact's one as well. All that legacy content lives on, and you can watch it anytime. That's what I love. That's why I happily pay for these things, because you never know when I'm just gonna fancy a bit of the first ever Royal Rumble or something like that. Ryback should go to AEW. I think Daniel, that Ryback is shouldn't ever go anywhere. I'm of the view. I don't like 10 minutes looking at that guy's Twitter feed will tell you that he should be with his family and doing his exercise stuff and nowhere near a global wrestling company. Hassan is saying, are you 35 years old? I am, Hassan. I am. I was born in 1987. I'm 35. I'm a year older than Dan Hargreaves and a year younger than Dom Smith and Ant. So I'm the middle of the road guy. Ryback needs to stay in Vegas. Yes, he does. I don't get ID'd for drink. Well, then you must be 52. Depends where you go, doesn't it? But I still get ID'd. I must be such a babyface. This match will end in a no contest because Asuka will get involved. That sounds pretty legit. PG-13, Sam. Yeah. Okay, so saying role model to Bayley isn't just reflux gaggery. Ryback's Feed Me More gimmick is all my least time favourite thing in pro wrestling. Yeah, me too. It was crap, wasn't it? It was just a copy of Goldberg's Who's Next, and not even a good one. No, Ryback, go away. Listen to your first poll. They got it right the first time. Why Bianca and Charlotte? Because of the whole, ooh, can they work together trope hasn't been overused, has it? Everyone liked the video. Yes, listen to Daniel. Everybody go on Facebook or whatever, or YouTube and like the video. The more you do, the more we can do it. Asuka's got herself on her pants. That's actually quite cool. Not Asuka, Bianca. I'm tired. It's 2 a.m. WWE really pushing the line. Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. They keep Bianca and Charlotte way too close, though. Yeah, well, that's the idea, isn't it? One of them's gonna accidentally clothesline the other, or whatever, like that, and then they're gonna be like, no. They can, baby faces can. Or are they baby faces though? Charlotte's a heel, isn't she? And Bianca's been quite tweenery recently. Although I think she's gone back to being a face. Wang picks Bianca and Charlotte Flair to win. Yeah, I think Asuka's going to get involved and ruin it for everyone. Oh. Hi Sam, I'm in my hotel room with my best friend James. What did we miss so far? Oh, where are you, Michael? What are you doing? What did you miss so far? Not a massive amount, really. LA Knight versus Austin Theory. Miz got involved. Edge is apparently retiring, but I'm not convinced. Bianca and Charlotte are getting on. Oh, nice big boot to IO. This would be a good match for Bayley and IO to start getting a little cross-threaded. Yeah, I agree. It's almost like, I swear to God, WWE are trolling me with that. Well, I feel old being a senior, but in years only. Yeah. You wouldn't know it, Sassy. Not in the slightest. Yes, Sam. I'm the heel. You're the babyface. I'll take it. My wife still gets ID'd as well. But she gets ID'd less now. And that's making her a little bit insecure because she looks like so much younger than she is. And so she's always been ID'd, even though she's 30. She's always been like ID'd. And now she's getting ID'd a lot less. And she's like, do I look my age? She still looks younger than she is. LA Knight versus Theory and a tribute. Yeah, not a huge amount. Yeah, we've got my friend Sean as well. So what are you doing, Michael? Why are you all the lads all away having fun? What are you going somewhere? Are you visiting wrestling? I think you told me last week. Hi Sean, welcome to the show. Mox Buddy is my buddy too. Yep, Sassy and Michael are the Mox Buddies. And I saw your t-shirt, by the way, Michael, on Twitter. Love that. Do you know the one thing I don't like about it though? My face isn't on it. They haven't added me to the t-shirts. But we haven't, because we haven't updated that design. That's all it is. And that was commissioned by an artist. So it was before my time. But I don't know. I don't know I don't know what Sam t-shirts we do, because I know all the other boys have got one. It's only a matter of time. I'll figure something out. Dan does all the t-shirt designs, the race. Charlotte's a face, technically, I believe. Really? She's an egotistical, sassy, spoiled face. Isn't that called a heel? Good to know Bayley's injury is not as bad as people thought. Yeah, I agree. Speaking of which, I just want to address something from last week. We were talking about Kenny Omega and the singles match. So I've recently learned that, well, I think everybody knows by now, it's common knowledge. He's got like a mild injury. So that's why he's in that match. Like from a booking point of view, it's all right. It's not terrible. But if Kenny wasn't injured, I'd still prefer him to be in a singles match. But considering he's still wrestling, even though he's got an injury, well done to Kenny. And I think that's a fair compromise, isn't it? So you won't hear me whinging about the whole Kenny Omega not being in a singles match anymore, because people's health comes first. How do you think Damage Control will end? I think Bayley is going to attack Io at some point. Maybe Dakota will help her. We'll see. We'll see. But I think the die was cast when Io chained her up at Money in the Bank and climbed over her. Because that wasn't just her physically climbing over her, that was also metaphorical. So either WWE don't know they did something clever, or WWE are being very clever and abiding their time. We'll see. We're wrestling fans, Wang. None of us are human. It's called a Charlotte. I see. I take your point. I take your point. Ultimately called Charlotte. Got me rolling. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Don't. I nearly just said don't compare her to The Rock, but to be fair to Charlotte, she is very good. I get people feel she gets special treatment. She probably bloody does, but she's good. I do like Charlotte Flair. Oh, hello. So I'm in a villa, Rome. It's a resort or a respite program. Took us there. Oh, okay. A lot of friends with me. Other friends in a different room watching SmackDown. Oh, wicked. That sounds quite fun. See, I'm looking forward to next week, really, where I'll be away with the guys. I think I'll get there first as well, so I might be in the Airbnb alone. I might go out and find a cool bar. We'll see. Which WWE superstar do you want to come back to the WWE and return? Give me a whole year. Let me think one. Who do you guys want? For me, it's Big E at the moment, only because of the news he's been given. So for me, it's I forego any dream return if it meant he could be healthy again and do what he loves. There you go. How's that for being a babyface? You hate getting ID'd all the time. When you quit getting asked, you're all like, what's the deal? Am I looking old? Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I said that to her no more. See, because if someone IDs me, I'm kind of like, still got it. But and I carry my wallet everywhere. I've got my driving license in it and other things. Like my EU ID card from when we were in the EU. You know, I kind of wish we still were. I do wish we still were, very much so. But Yeah, so if I ever get ID'd, it's no big deal. I just whip out my driving license. But Jess doesn't always carry hers. So, like my brother, actually, he's in his early 20s and he got ID'd recently, didn't have his ID on him, and then was like, oh, I can't believe I've been ID'd. I can't believe I can't order a pint. And I was like, well, it's your own daft fault. You should have brought your bloody wallet out with you, shouldn't you? Can't wait for Braun Strowman to come back. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Bray Wyatt, to be fair, Huang. For me, it's Bray Wyatt. I'm gonna be greedy and have 3 because it's my show. Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and Big E. They're the 3. Selfishly, Bray Wyatt. I want Matt Cardona to return. Yeah, see, I kind of liked it when he popped up in AEW, then didn't pop up again. She's trying to politic her way into another big match at Mania with Mercedes. Do we know that for a fact, though, or is someone just saying that on Reddit? You know, and is that such a terrible idea as well? Well, I don't know. I'd watch. It'd be a good match too. I don't think that's such a terrible idea. Let me just catch up with these comments. Wade Barrett, yeah, well, fair comment. I think he might do it at some point, you know, Wade Barrett. Like, he still works there, doesn't he? But they've done angles like that before. He could come back for one more go. Yeah, Randy Orton. Like, Randy Orton's on his way back. He's like, you know, still a bit more time to go. But Randy's a dead cert. We are going to see Randy again. Hope sooner rather than later. And it'll be awesome when we do. Because isn't it funny? We took him for granted when we had him here. And now that we don't currently have him, everyone's missing him. Interesting. Wang too. Oh, itchy nose. Gross. I would have said Kyrie, but that's now happening. So RVD maybe for one more run. He looked great on Dynamite. He's again, we saw him in LA. RVD. He's he's a crazy guy, but he's very cool. RVD's the guy you all wish your dad was. I don't know what's going on with this pronunciation of IO thing, but I'm not going to highlight any of the comments. There aren't many names that started with the letter E. There are lots of names that start with the letter E. Anyway, no more of that. So Huang and Altered Ego. First warning, no more. You've both misunderstood each other, so just move on from it because there's no tonality in messages. You see what I mean? So you're never going to be able to understand what each of you is saying. So just move on. Or 5-minute bans are incoming, and 5-minute bans hurt more than anything. No, they're totally meaningless. Right. Technically, Jey Uso too. Yeah. Well, don't worry. We've not seen the last of Jey Uso. I am sure of that. Their cleverness just sticking him on the alumni page is just WWE being cheeky. I've caught up with the comments. Nice. Oh. Io just took Charlotte's head off. I've realised how much I mess about with my hat on these things. The Rock. You see, that's the one everybody says, and it's like Huang. I'm saying I'm not blocking anybody, but the next person to comment about that pronunciation thing gets a 5-minute ban. So it's over. It's done. What Sassy said. I'd rather not do it to anybody. Just stop. All I'm saying is, right, second warning, stop fighting. That's all I'm saying. I can't be bothered dealing with it. So I won't. I'll just hit blocks. Well, 5-minute bans. Don't make me. I don't want to. Let's all just be nice. How about that? I want Jay to come back. Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson. Yeah, but they are kind of kicking ass where they are. I know Danielson's out on injury, isn't he? But Samoa Joe is killing it. Like, Samoa Joe, he's got a match against Shane Taylor. I don't know if he had it on this week's episode of Ring of Honor yet. But Shane Taylor versus Samoa Joe, sign me up. Sign me up. Oh, Charlotte and Bianca raising each other's hands. Is this going to end in tears? No, apparently not. There we go, guys. Everybody's going to play nice. See, they're hamming up this Edge retirement so much. I don't know. Are they not? Oh, look at him. He looks like he's... Oh, is that his retirement comment when he was injured? Oh, that was rough, that. Exactly, Huang. Exactly. People, like, wires get crossed. People misunderstand each other, and then they get frustrated with each other. That's like the number one cause of all conflict in the world. I know what I'll do, though. Doing the rest of my homework tomorrow. I ain't doing that 98 maths question, then. In a day now. That will make me rage. Oh, no. Do you know what I don't miss, Altered Ego? I don't miss homework. Although you never get out of maths. HBK versus Triple H would have been a good way to end both their careers. See, I live in a parallel world where HBK never came out of retirement at Saudi Arabia. And for me, Triple H's career ring career, should have ended with the Seth Rollins defeat at Mania. So you do miss homework. See, in my line of work, all my work is homework because I work from home. Like right now. Oh, profits are here. Why are they acting like babyface profits when they're now evil profits? Although, without homework, I wouldn't have the career I have, one I enjoy, and one that's rewarding, I suppose. So, keep doing your whole homework, Altered Ego. It's annoying, but it's the bridge that takes you where you want to go. Trust me on that. Doing the same, doing lecture flashcards tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Sassy, he never stops. Sophomore already getting 98 maths question packed to Monday. In high school, by the way. Yeah, well, at 15, I imagine so. Are you going to go to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia? Again, I don't know. If we get press, then yeah, defo. If WWE say, is it like if it's like last year? Well, not like last year, but you know what I mean. Like if WWE invite us as WrestleSphere, then yeah, probably. But I don't know if we're applying. I don't know what the score is. I'm not going to go as a fan this year. That's for sure. But I think we'll go as press if invited, I imagine. We should get paid for going to school, $5 every hour. No. You get paid. No, you go to school because you to get your education. And I'll tell you now, getting a free education is you see the value of that the older you get. Someone once said to me when I was about 14 or 15, right? They said, "Do you want a good job, an attractive wife, a nice car, and a nice house? If so, do well at school. And my God, were they right? And that was exactly how they motivated me. Like, it sounds awful, doesn't it? That in a way, like it should be its own reward, but they thought that was the best way to motivate a 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy, and it was, because that's what I wanted. And, you know, I'm glad I listened. Did the match end? I don't know, Misfit. I've been too busy playing UN Peacekeeper in the comment section. God, I'm nursing this beer. That's the dream, Juan. That's the dream. It's raining so heavily here. Don't know if you can hear it. Because I'm in like a little annex, which is like a single story. And when it rains, it bashes on that roof. My office as well upstairs is in like a loft conversion. And that gets the rain pounding on it as well. When I was young, the only way to motivate me was food, football, or boxing. Hey, you're 18, Daniel. You're young now, mate. Trust me on that. But it's true though. You have like your education leads you to getting a career that you love and getting a career that you love. If you do what you do, you love what you do. It's not work. And when you're getting paid to do what you love, that, in my opinion, that's the secret to success. I'm not a millionaire or anything like that. So, but I'm saying, but I don't wake up on a Monday morning and go, I just don't. I have done before, in previous gigs, but the past few years, no, not at all. I look forward to it. I think if you make your career your identity, part of who you are, that, something you're good at, and you get paid for what you're good at, that, and you enjoy it, then that's, what more can you ask for? That's awesome. Oh, Bayley just smashed Bianca with a chair. Yeah, so Io's still very much a heel, isn't she? Yeah. No signs of a face turn as of yet. Let's get rid of that banner. Yeah, Charlotte Bianca won, Bayley taking the pin. Cool. Sam, I can hear the rain from my room, even through my window closed. Where are you, Daniel? Where are you based? I wonder how it's close to me. I wonder if you're getting, well, not the same rain as me, but whatever. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots are playing September 10th. I don't watch American football, really. I've got an appreciation for it. I've watched a few Super Bowls, but it's not something I go out of my way to watch because I'm just not a big sport guy. I know you're in England, you sausage. I'm asking whereabouts in England. Newcastle upon Tyne. Love that. Love that. Impact are coming to Newcastle, aren't they, in October? It might be worth going to see. I've got to go to the Coventry one. I think that's where they're holding the press stuff. I could be wrong. But yeah, I've got family in Newcastle, near Hexham concert, around that kind of area. So that's why I'm up there quite a lot. It's a good city, Newcastle. Good night out. Cultaholic and What Culture's based there as well. With boxing, I sometimes get paid, but it's something I'm passionate about. Well, yeah, we'll keep working on that then. But always have a backup as well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're not going to do well in boxing. I'm sure you are, but it's always good to have multiple strings to your bow. Could you imagine? That'd be wicked. Maybe they will. They had it at Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Anything can happen. Like if you had told me about 5 years ago they'd have a WWE event in Principality Stadium, I would have laughed. But They did. Great show. Great weekend. I'd love to do it all again. Yes, Hassan, you can get a vote. I like that backstage attack from Damage Control. Kept Bianca injury from SummerSlam going. Yeah. Your girl, though, Misfit. Your girl is a bad girl. The new Street Profits got the jobber entrances. Not only that, it was no different from they came out as baby faces. They should have come out in their. They shouldn't have sacked off the sippy cup and stuff by the heels, shouldn't they? You know, bit of a baby facey thing. Hassan, I'm on it now, mate. Okay. Damage Control only just won that last poll. So who wins? I feel like there's not been a huge amount of wrestling on this show. There we are. And let's do the banner, shall we? Wow, that rain. It's been crazy, the rain recently. By England standards. No. There we go. Right. Newcastle is a multi-billion-dollar company coming to the northeast of England. I don't know, mate. I don't know. It was enough to attract the current owners of Newcastle United, wasn't it? Yeah, you can beat Damage Control, but Damage Control will make you pay. Hey, Chris. I think Trips is waiting for Kari to add more story to. Yeah, maybe. Potentially. Damage Control could be unstoppable. Everyone knows what I think about this Damage Control thing. You know, I'll say it again. So I keep getting an itchy nose if you're wondering what I'm doing. Either WWE accidentally did something clever, or they're doing something even cleverer. The rain is getting worse. See, I wonder if the north of England is just getting pelted. Me being in the north as well. Oh, I'm in the northwest. West side is the best. Could Hurt Business be faces to the Bloodline? Well, this stable isn't Hurt Business, is it? It's something else. You know, it's the Lashley Profits or whatever. Oh, now they're being healed. Uh-oh. Here comes the big guy. Good one for the Profits. Against the legitimate opponent. I want to see the OC win. Yeah, I did too. But they were fed to the Street Profits, weren't they, to push this new heel gimmick? Well, it's not really a gimmick, is it? Just a turn, you know? That's what I'm looking forward to. Kyrie's role, this whole thing will be worth it. Yeah. Oh, here he is. Poorly, dangerously. The end of the Bloodline. It's like a swimming pool in my front garden because of the rain. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I won't need to go to the gym tomorrow. I'll just go and swim here. There is no more Bloodline. No, but there is. The Bloodline story is still a Bloodline. And as long as Paul, Solo, and Roman are the Bloodline, there is a Bloodline, I'd say. I think the Bloodline story only ends. Well, I'm not going to fantasy book it again. You all know what I think. That's a very good point, observing stuff. That was very observant of you. I think they are, Juan. I think they're a faction right now. Not quite sure where they're going with it, but that seems to be the gist. Seeing another all-in advert. My God, they are aggressively marketing this thing. You wouldn't think they'd nearly sold out. So many ads. Lol. I like it when people say that. Is that your gimmick? Observing stuff. Where is Shotzi? I'm not entirely sure, Chris, but we should probably put a bell on her. She's probably somewhere sat in a dark room, shaving her head, thinking about all the horrible things she's going to do to Bayley. But that's a good point. She should have come out and attacked. She should have attacked Bayley or done something from the shadows. Or would that have made it overbooked? I don't know. Oh, sorry, guys. Thank you for the update, Michael. We were all thinking, where is he? I wonder if he's in the shower. And now we've got the image, which is exactly what we wanted. Now I've seen a Burger King advert. I hate Burger King. It's never good. Well, the people made it my gimmick when they say things like that. You see, I am the gimmick maker way more than Chris Jericho is. I also think the OC and AJ Styles and Michin are a good... Yeah, they are. Well, they're an unofficial side chapter of Bullet Club, aren't they? Although Jay White once said, as far as he's concerned, they're legit as far as he's concerned. But David Finlay probably has other ideas now. He's wearing the crown. Bear with me one moment, guys. And I'm back. There we go. Didn't want you to see me blow my nose. It's gross. Michael's lolling what I said about him in the shower. And I'm going to open another bit. I won't be surprised if WWE drops the whole Shotzi story. See, I hope not, because that would just be... I know what you mean. It's a risk, isn't it? But didn't you chase her around the ring Was that last week? Or was that the week before? I'm having a pint of Carling and I'm off to bed. That's right northern, that is, Daniel. I'm on my light American beer at the moment. Justin says, hey, hi, Justin. Thanks for joining us, pal. Is this your first time? We'll be gentle. No, we won't. No, she wasn't on last week. Right, I thought so. It does feel like it was a while, doesn't it, that we last saw her? Yeah, I hope they're not just forgetting that story, because let's be honest, it has some meaning in real life as well, doesn't it? So it'd be a bit if they drop it. Or who knows, maybe people aren't responding to it. Sometimes they've got to cut their losses, but I think it's quite cool. Oh, but I've got a choice. So you got Nuki Brown Ale or Carling. Ooh. See, Carling is like the sort of thing I'd have in the pub with my mates. You know, I have it quite a lot, to be fair. But if I had a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale in, I'd probably go for that just because it's a bit different. And I like it. I've been drinking it for years. So I'd probably go for that, Daniel. You may see us invade the stream next week. I don't know, by the way, guys, if we're having a SmackDown stream next week, because I'll be in London. And I certainly won't be staying up super late because, you know, we've got things to do like press events and stuff to go to. So probably not going to do SmackDown next week. But I don't know if Ant maybe covers it or somebody else. I don't know. We'll see. She hasn't been on SmackDown since the week before SummerSlam. Yeah. Oh, really? Was that the week before SummerSlam? She came out, started chasing her around with the short hair. Johnny Depp is here. Hi, Johnny Depp. Love those Pirates films you're in. Big fan of Edward Scissorhands as well. And you made me laugh in that court case you were in. Or Guinness. Oh. That rain is nuts. It's like a monsoon. See, my father-in-law's a big Guinness guy. Daniel. I like it. I actually really like Guinness when I can. Sometimes there's nothing better than Guinness. Do you know why Jey Uso decided to leave WWE? Yeah, because the Bloodline are being absolute douchebags to him. That's why. But he hasn't actually left WWE, Wayne. He'll be back very soon. He's having a few weeks off, and he's going to come back when the story deserves it. Who knows? He might even be back tonight. Who knows? We'll see. But I doubt it. That'll be tonight. Edge and Sheamus are going to get 3 segments. Oh, wicked. I don't see. I mark my words, something's going down. If I'm wrong about this, I'll be furious. Antler said he'll be covering it. Oh, right, nice. So he doesn't tell me this. I'm glad he's told you guys, saying that you're the guys who need to be told, I suppose, not me. Don't know what I'll be doing Friday night. I'll probably be in the pub with the boys. That's what I'll probably be. I'll probably be with me, Dan, and Dom will probably just be in the pub. And we've got lots of friends in London as well. You know, we've got like Scott from Rebellious Noise. We might see what the Rebellious Noise podcast crew are up to and see if we can hang out with them. You know, they're friends of the show. We're friends of their show. You know, a lot of love between us all. So, that, you know, it might be a good time to see them. I love chilling in here. Michael, it sounds like you're having a blast, mate. I'm a bit jealous. Sassy says she loves Guinness. Guinness is awesome. I just love beer. Sorry, I'm just bad in it. Daniel says that court case between you and Amber was great. Right, okay. We probably shouldn't talk about it too much, but me and my wife watched that religiously. It was so bad. Car crash TV. Where is Ant? Give me a hole, yeah. Well, he doesn't do Fridays, Huang. He does Wednesdays. Blue days are Sam days. It was. Like, don't get me wrong, there were things that we really shouldn't find funny about it, but flipping heck, he was hysterical on that stand. Yes, you continue to read things very, very well. He wasn't covered in glory. I know she came off worse, but he didn't exactly cover himself in glory either, did he? Let's be honest. So is Roman Reigns still the tribal chief? Yeah, 100%. Why? He's still a champ. John Doe says hi. Hi, John Doe. Joshua Fatu will be Moxie's partner at All In. He's the 4th Uso. Come again. I'm back. What does AFK mean again? Alter ego. I can't keep up with all these abbreviations. Tell Scott Rebellious Noise Arsenal bottled it in the Premier. I'll let you tell him, mate. I'm not telling Scott that. I'll let you tell him, and he probably already knows. He probably already knows. Of course he does. He's a married man now, actually, he's Scott. So it's a joke, Sam. I know, I'm telling you I didn't get it. That's all. I didn't understand it. I must have missed something. Scott and the guys will hopefully be at All In. I don't know. Actually, I need to catch up with them. Oh, right. No, that makes sense. Alter ego. My dog stepped on a bee. Oh, that sucks. Well, technically, Roman is still a tribal chief. Yeah. Oh, he's still a tribal chief. But he'll soon be the head of an empty table. A chief without a tribe. Has Cody Rhodes got anything else I can rip off? Oh, yes, of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, God, the tribal chief is here, Huang. Roman Reigns, are you still the tribal chief? Huang wants to know. Thanks for joining us, Roman. Thank you for taking time out of your... Like, I know you're not on TV this week because you're never on bloody TV. But the fact that you could join us here on the Gimme a Whole Year podcast, Roman, is very good of you. And, you know, I have to ask, why can't you beat anyone without cheating? And I'm pretending it's a completely different person. Oh, I see. Personally, I can't respect a tribal chief who says he's the one big, always needs help from his lackeys. Well, that's the story, Alter Ego. That's why we want to go, oh, you Iota, when he does it. That's what they want us to do. So when he finally gets beaten, it's Schadenfreude, I believe is the word. Yes. Thank you for joining us, Roman. You are a man of few words. Hi, Roman. See, if you were Moxley, Sassy would be more excited, as we've established in this chat already. Oh, my dog. Yes, of course, my dog steps on a bee. Oh, I've just remembered it all. I've just remembered it when she goes, my dog steps on a bee. That's a meme, isn't it? Like a gif of her doing it. That's so funny. See, Daniel is acknowledging his tribal chief. Roman is here, but I stand by my comment. You're a braver man than me. Oh my God! Now Johnny Cash is here. Johnny Cash, I thought you were dead. Like, don't get me wrong, it's been great. I've had Roman Reigns and Johnny Cash in this chat. Johnny, tell us about the Ring of Fire. Yeah, Daniel, love that. It's a reference to a Johnny Cash, not a song. I know, dead celebrities. It's like that episode of South Park saying that Roman Reigns isn't dead. So we got Roman Reigns and Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash's ghost in the chat, guys. This is awesome. Oh, just lowering the tone. Lowering the tone. To be fair, he's been stuck in Folsom Prison for a long time. Give my love to Rose, John. Daniel acknowledges you, Roman Reigns, if you're still here. Or if you've evolved into Johnny Cash. Aren't you a ghost now, Johnny Cash? Well, Johnny Cash has been dead for quite a while, Huang. So for Johnny Cash to be here in this chat with us, that's good going. Yeah, whoever's doing it is popping me though. You know what? I've never seen Roman Reigns and Johnny Cash in the same room at the same time. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I have. Sup, guys? I'm still the champ. Well, thank you, Roman. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. I know Johnny Depp, Johnny Cash, and Roman Reigns have all made appearances on the show. I know, like, Misfit, like, this is the place to be. I mean, like, we're so popular, even dead people are coming back for us. Roman, what do you think about the state of the economy? See, everybody acknowledges Roman. Oh, God, Indiana Jones is here now. See, not even fictional characters are stepping out of the fourth wall and into this chat. Indiana Jones, can I ask you a question? Why did you make a fifth film? Why did you even make a fourth film? I mean, no, Misfit. This isn't Harrison Ford. This is the character Indiana Jones made flesh. Who else are we going to see tonight? And who has all these accounts? Hi, Indy. What's it? Who is it going to be? Han Solo next? Is Johnny Cash still here? I want to know what the afterlife is like. Are they ever going to show us this segment with the Usos or whatever? Or are they just going to continuously advertise it? See, that's a good point, that Misfit. I've actually never seen Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones in the same room at the same time. I've never seen them with Han Solo either. You know? Or the guy from The Fugitive. Should I be Seth Rollins and antagonize Roman Reigns? Oh, that's genius. Do it. Yeah. Oh, I'm still here. Oh, hi, Roman. Yeah, so you are a man of few words. Why are you not on TV tonight? Can I ask? Jeffrey Johnson, are you a famous person? Because we've had lots of weird dead and fictional famous people in with us tonight. But you do look like Shrek. So is that Shrek's real name? That's not an insult. You've just got Shrek as your thing. Did you watch the film called Indiana Jones and the Cupboard? Yeah, give me a whole yeah. I can't say I've seen that one. Why? I've seen all the Indiana Jones films. I only like 3 of them. Though El Generico and Sami Zayn are not the same person. I will confirm that. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's because you can't be asked, Roman. Because you're getting paid enough. So Edge is here. Roman, do you remember when you stacked Edge with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania? Who do you think's going to finally take your title off you, Roman? The one where Sean Connery played his dad was epic. That's The Last Crusade, which turned out to be the not Last Crusade. I do want to point out that last year Edge said he wanted to retire in Toronto. Well, this could be it, but I smell a rat. Can I get one last vote, please? Yes, Sam. Thank you for reminding me. Johnny J. Hi, guys. Hi, Johnny J. Are you a famous person as well? Oh, God, now James Bond is here. James Bond, why did you get killed off in the last film? That's stupid. Spoiler alert. I'm not Huang. They've been advertising him all night. Rated R says... Rated R, we've got loads of people in with us tonight, mate. We've got Roman Reigns, James Bond, Indiana Jones, Johnny Cash, Johnny Depp, Battle of the Johnnies. Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, night, Michael. You're missing some craziness. Oh, Seth Rollins is here. Oh, my God. Just like we predicted. Yeah, you think I'm joking, mate. Look up at some of the comments. I'm not joking. Right. So I'm going to do that last vote, Hassam. I am sorry. I'm going to do it now. I got distracted by Seth freaking Rollins and James Bond, which was not a sentence I thought I'd say today. If this is Anthony Nayland playing games with me, it's a very Anthony Nayland thing to do, this. So who wins? Edge, Sheamus, James Bond. It's my show. I do what I want. If I want to add James Bond to a poll, I'm going to do it. The real world champion has arrived. 007 is here. That looks a lot like Daniel Craig to me. Hi, Louis. Hi, Louis. How you doing? How's Wrestle Story? Yeah, because it's the bloody madhouse over here, mate. It's the bloody madhouse. We've got James Bond in, Roman Reigns, we've got flipping Johnny Depp and everyone. Oh, look, it's Seth Rollins. Why aren't you on TV? Oh, you're on Raw. I'll let you off. I can't wait for the guys to watch this stream back tomorrow and be like, I'm going to do a banner. Let's do a banner. I'm not putting James Bond on this banner. I believe it's 20-3 in the UK. No stream tonight. It's all fun though. This place is a madhouse. Oh, look at Huang stirring the pot. Do you think Roman Reigns is better than you, Seth Rollins? Roman Reigns, are you still here? You've been very quiet. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And thank you to Johnny Cash for coming back from the dead. James Bond and Indiana Jones for coming out of the fourth wall. Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Went quiet the minute the visionary stepped in. Get Mox here. Not only will we get Sassy super excited, but we can have a Shield reunion. Do you remember any of the movies that you're in, James Bond? Oh, hi, Roman. Roman, who was your favourite Shield buddy? I feel like Roman is not given as much. Well, Seth Rollins won't shut up. Roman, while you weren't here, Seth Rollins said he could have you in a fight. Mox can stay in Cincy for now. See, Huang saying, don't let Seth Rollins. Yeah. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that from him, Roman. Don't take that from him. I'm not arguing. He ain't better than me. The hell. Seth, do you want to sing your song for us? Do you want to sing your song for us, Seth? Who's Dean Ambrose? I'm joking. Why? I know who Dean Ambrose is. I'm sick of the ads tonight. I just want to see some action, yo. Becky should take away Seth's phone. To be fair, Rollins should have had his phone taken off him a long time ago. I think, though, since he's been a married man, he's been less crap at Twitter. I think Becky tells him when he's been a wazzock and takes it off him. Oh, to be fair to Rollins, he's not so bad on Twitter these days. He went through that really bad Twitter phase, didn't he? So Roman is defending him. Seth Rollins is a good guy. Nah, you'll sing my song. I'm the conductor. Don't get it twisted. I hope no one clips that. Swear to God. Dan Hargreaves has clipped that. How do you know Seth Rollins? Look at Huang. Huang is proper trying to stir the pot here. KSI 2 is here now. What happened to KSI 1? Oh, KSI 2.0. Oh, I see. So you're like the new and improved KSI. Hey, KSI, your drink sucks. And I can't believe you didn't know what a bread bin was on Gogglebox. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Becky was like, leave the trash talking on Twitter to the man. Yeah, baby. Misfits getting some of them. Roman is cool and he ain't been a menace. Aren't you like brothers with Seth? Huang's. Don't throw continuity at them. Yeah, we're cool in real life. He's a legit cool dude. Are you saying wrestling is fake? KSI 1 is dead. See, I did see him get taken out while he was dressed as a gigantic bottle at WrestleMania. What is a KSI? I think, Louis, it's like a boxer / influencer thing, hybrid, that appears on Gogglebox and doesn't know what a bread bin is. Jeffy Johnson agrees. To be fair, no one's seen KSI since Mania. Yeah, exactly. Don't threaten Hwang with a good time, Seth Rollins. This is the weirdest stream ever. Misfits comment, "What the hell is going on?" is my favourite comment of the night. Will this be better than the greatest wrestling match ever? Oh, Jesus. Do you remember that? Wasn't a bad match either. Just, you can't do that. You can't. I think I've just been cut off. Oh, no, I'm here. Oh, it's a bit like a Logan. Yeah, it's a bit like a Logan Paul. Similar kind of thing, you know. Yeah, if you know what a Logan Paul is, it's halfway there to being a KSI, kind of. Apart from a KSI is like an English Logan Paul, really. What did you do to KSI then, KSI 2.0? I think you just were turned into a robot or something. Observing's getting one of them now. Wasn't a bad match, but they immediately overhyped it. I didn't care for the greatest wrestling match ever. But was it the greatest match ever? Or not? See, I don't know who's a celebrity and who isn't a celebrity now. So, like, Joe Shannon, are you a famous person? Like, if you're just some random person who's coming to our stream, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. But we've had Johnny Cash in this stream, so I don't even trust my own eyes anymore. We've had so many interesting names in this stream, and somebody's having fun at my expense. But they're getting my views up, so it's all good. Sorry, folks. You won't be seeing me at Raw. Forgive me, because you won't be seeing me on Monday. The crowd will be singing my song. Do we know who is playing these? I have no idea, but whoever they are, they're helping my retention rate, so that's good. Hi there, Joe Shannon. Is Joe Shannon? Are you a celebrity? So, see, I think Joe Shannon is a real person. What the F is going on? Daniel, your guess is as good as mine, mate. Huang's having fun. Oh, Huang's having the time of her life. She's stirring the pot between Roman and Seth. And now with Logan Paul as well. I love how both Daniel and Misfit have both been like, the hell is got? This isn't what normally happens on the Gimme a Holy Air podcast. Go away with your ads, WWE. Yeah, no, Logan is shooting with Ricochet, wiped his head clean. Taking care of the emo Irish elf. Ooh, savage. Are you talking about Finn Balor? Oh, you wash your mouth out. It's CM Punk. He sent all his accounts away from Collision and banned them. Ooh, shots fired. I wonder what's going on there, you know. I'm thinking, right, I love CM Punk as a wrestler. I just do. But we all know he's a pain in the ass backstage. So, but the thing is, there's also little wimps backstage who are constantly whinging about him and trying to get him out. So I just think they're all as bad as each other, and every single one of them needs to learn how to be an adult. If you can't get on, get it on. Or then get it on in a fight. I don't know. Maybe Joe Shannon is their real name. Same here. My mother wasn't creative when she named me. Well, she named you Observing Stuff. So Stuff must have been your family name. Observing just works. Daniel, you're telling me, mate. You're telling me. I have no idea. The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Daniel. Anyone would think Edge was retiring. Exactly. You got it. See, I don't even think he's a leak. I think he just shouts it out loud. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I am a CM Punk fan. I enjoy his matches. I prefer wrestling when CM Punk is involved. I'm just sick of the schoolgirl drama they're all having with each other. If they all work for me, I'd fire them all. And they'd have no stars. Not me. Never did. Never seen the big deal. But at least you now know what a KSI is. I don't know, Sassy. I think he's bringing in a lot of money and a lot of stuff, but at the same time, he's like, no one ever pretends he's an easy person to work with. But I don't want to say too much because I don't want to piss off AEW's press office, considering they've just given me access to their press next week. So AEW, I love you. And Tony Khan, keep doing everything spiffingly and as well as you're doing it. CM Punk, you're great. The Elite, you're great. Just please stop fighting with each other. It's the fans that are suffering. And your boss, who's trying to do a good thing. Like, say what you want. I think Tony Khan is one of the good guys. Wow, these comments are moving fast. Yeah, no, Punk's great, but you know, I think he'd be the first person to admit he's not an easy guy to get on with. But anyway, I don't want to say too much about AEW because we're watching Edge versus Sheamus, and at the same time, if I don't want to say anything that'll annoy AEW's press office. AJ Styles doesn't look like him. Please wrestle and nothing else. Yeah. Oh, God, Dean Ambrose is here now. Oh, here you go, Sassy. This is one for you. We've got a vanilla John Moxley. What do you reckon? This match is good. I hope it ends fair. Fans of Lexington Spurs are enjoying it, but the younger fans probably... Yeah. Ooh, shots fired, observing stuff. See, this is my favourite kind of match. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love high spots, but I think they've got to be used sparingly. It's like blood and stuff like that. If you've got to use stuff sparingly, because if you don't, it stops being special, I believe. And by bad creative. Some dude named Sam from this YouTube show. I bring more muffins to my shows than him. Do you know what's weird? When all that went down, I had like a real craving for muffins. I swear to you, I'd get out of the gym and go and get a muffin. Sam, are you into Impact? I sure am, mate. I'm pretty much into everything. In fact, when they do their UK tour, I'll be going and interviewing them. So that'd be cool. Oh, and if you like Impact, Louis, have a little look on WrestleSphere, website Dom and I run. Dom owns it from part of Soundsphere, of course. But I interviewed Moose a couple of days ago. And a few other guys over the 8 months we've been active on WrestleSphere. So yeah, big Impact guy. And majority of our interviews are with Impact guys. What is going on, man? Daniel, I've told you, mate. I haven't got a clue, mate. All I know is I get to go to bed in 5 minutes. I love how Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are now arguing with each other. That's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not even going to tell them to behave because it's funny. Yeah, cheers, dude. And if you want to, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that'd be great too. Just saying. I may be subscribed to the Wrestle Story, so just saying, tit for tat. But yeah, we're not a dirt sheet. We don't do any of that crap. Everything we do on WrestleSphere is sourced by us, like directly from the wrestlers or directly from the press office. Oh, nice. Cheers, dude. because you know the Gimme a Hole, yeah, and WrestleSphere are two different things, two different gigs, but like run by the same people. But Gimme a Hole, yeah, is where we get to have some fun, express some opinions, have a community. WrestleSphere is fully a journalistic endeavor. Wrestle Story is awesome. Been with it for years, up to the channel for years. Do you want to know what's funny about the Wrestle Story, right? Is when Wrestle Story covered WrestleMania for us, when me and the boys were there, my wife was watching their streams and preferred them to ours. I was like, you traitor. What is going on? See, I can't even keep up with this chat, so I can't even highlight every comment, but there's some weird stuff is going on. I use my cursing words over here. We've already talked about this role model stuff. Yeah, exactly. I was like, she was like, oh, I like this. I'm going to watch this more often. So hang on, you're going to watch Wrestle Story streams and not watch my streams and then sleep in the same bed as me. You traitor. Oh, what happened there? Is that Beth Phoenix in the crowd? Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Still going. See, what's funny, right, is every time Dean Ambrose comments, I think it's sassy. What do you reckon of that, sassy? Yeah, it could be that. I think she just found me quite endearing. She doesn't find me endearing anymore. No, I'm joking. Of course she does. Yeah, we're gonna have like the darkened room, and yeah, I was there. I was at ground zero of that YouTube. I saw those comments with my own eyes, man. Yeah, Beth ain't crying so much. She wasn't crying when Orton was beating his head in with the chair. She was like, yeah, you think she's never seen her husband wrestle before. Mr. G and Nathan have helped me out big time in my recovery, 7 months clean. Oh, well done, mate. He says there, just sipping his cores like some kind of animal. It's a disease, though, isn't it, guys? It's lovely to be able to do if you can do it like this, but obviously it's a slippery slope, isn't it, guys? But yeah, that is awesome, by the way, Louis. That is excellent, mate. Oh, and Edge is won. Maybe he is retiring, guys. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, I still drink. Oh, okay, dude. Good. Because it's one of life's pleasures, isn't it? In moderation. Yeah, baby. Clink. Everyone's getting one of them. Yeah, thanks for following WrestleSphere. Me and Dom and Andy have put a lot of hard work into. Oh, well, maybe that was legit, guys. Maybe that was legit. With Edge, there was no funny business in that match. It was just a good, yeah. I think Edge is done. It was just a good match, wasn't it? So yeah, maybe so. See, WWE have got to be so conditioned to like BS swerves. I'm always expecting them. And then when they don't happen, I'm like, cheers, I'll take a few shots myself before I go out. It's about 9 p.m. here. See, the night is just beginning where you are observing stuff. For me, it's like, oh, bedtime. Right, let's turn off SmackDown. And let's start wrapping things up. So I see Johnny Cash, Roman Reigns, etc. have all either gone back to being dead or whatever. So apart from Roman Reigns, of course. Roman Reigns is still very much alive. I'm talking about Johnny Cash specifically there. Daniel, I know, mate. I've been try keeping up with them when you're running the stream. Nightmare. So, yeah, they're still going at it. It is funny, though. I'm going to have to cut off this argument, so get your final points in, guys. I think, look, I think at this is the junction where we do moment of the night, match of the night, and stuff like that. And feel free to do that if that's what you want to do. But I feel like it would be rude of me to not. I love the celebrity appearances. I feel like it would be rude of me to not say Edge versus Sheamus gets that. You know, we didn't see any. Nothing happened with the bloodline though tonight, did it? Nothing solid. It was all about the Edge stuff, which is interesting. But I don't feel like it forwarded much else. Like, I feel like what we said at the start of the stream with WWE spinning the wheels until the pay-per-view. Yeah, like, great match. Great match. I'll probably watch it back tomorrow as well, you know, because when you're doing this, you don't take it in the same. I wonder if that is the last we're seeing of him. Just an Edge tribute show. Yeah, I think we'll remember it for being that. Like, it wasn't a bad show. It was just, and if anybody deserves a show dedicated to him in one of it, not in necessarily his hometown, but you know, in his home country, it's Edge, isn't it? You know. Feels like only 5 minutes ago we got him back, you know. So if he's done again, then yeah, it's an end of an era, really, and it's quite sad. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if he pops up anywhere else, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Beth. Yeah, there was a lot of kayfabe going. See, that's what made me think there was an angle at work because. Because Beth was kayfabing up that crying. So that's what made me think, you know? But anyway, guys, I'm going to let Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins fight it out elsewhere. And I'm going to... Daniel... yeah, they're still at it. I'm going to miss Edge when I come back to Royal Rumble. I immediately went back to my 10-year-old self. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. It was... what a moment. You know, it's up there with Daniel Bryan saying, you know, you are cleared. Or Roman Reigns saying, I'm in remission, y'all. You know, it's just things like that. Well, it looks like he's gone from WWE at the moment, Louis. Like, he might pop up somewhere else, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe that's how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. And if it is, then I take my hat off to him. And my hair's a mess. Look at that. It's so bad. You don't often see me with my hat off, do you? And if you do, my hair's all gelled and looking cool. So, yeah. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. Right then. So, housekeeping. So, I'm not going to be... Are they still going? Have a good night and good morning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed for about 6 hours. But anyway, I don't think I'll be here next week. Oh, my God. Yo, your hair looks better than Dean's sweaty hair. Oh, well, Roman always wets it before he goes out, doesn't he? But yeah, so... I don't know if Ant's doing this next week because I'll be in London, but I'm sure we'll catch up soon. And I imagine we'll have some content going out from All In because we'll be there in person. So I'm going to go to sleep now and cuddle up with the dog. That's going to be nice. And cuddle up with Jess as well. Probably should have mentioned her before the dog. But yeah, so night, guys. Thank you for joining me. Let's see who's going to play us out. I wish we had Edge, but we don't. But let's see who we got. In fact, this seems fitting.
It's gang
Gangrel, the Vampire Warrior. Hello and welcome to Gimme a Hole, yeah, podcast. I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond is having an awesome day. Keep fanging and banging.